Hello. If you've been considering investing in Tesla but aren't sure if now is the right time, allow me to tell you that, despite the stock price volatility of late, experts believe that the company's expansion into new markets and partnerships with other businesses could propel Tesla's stock price to over $830 by 2025 and potentially to $1,000 by 2030. You come to the correct place if you're interested in finding out how much Tesla stock is needed to retire comfortably and enjoy life. Let's dig deeper into this subject together. After a lifetime of work, retirement is a time when people should be able to enjoy the benefits of their effort and make the most of their leisure time. But their retirement can be expensive, especially if you live in North America where costs of living can be high. According to recent estimates, the average monthly expenses for a family of two in North America exceed $5,000, which is equal to $60,000 annually. This means that if you plan to retire with your spouse, you will need to have a sizable amount of savings to cover your living expenses. If, on the other hand, you plan to retire alone, your expenses will be lower at roughly $3,000 per month or $40,000 annually after accounting for a 3% inflation rate until 2030. This is still a sizable sum of money, so it's critical to plan ahead in order to make sure you have enough savings to cover your expenses during your retirement years. There are a number of things to think about when making retirement plans, including your current income, your lifestyle, the cost of living in your area, your future financial goals, and your anticipated retirement age. Retirement income sources to be taken into account include your personal savings, Social Security benefits, pension plan, and retirement income sources. Making wise investments that will provide long-term profits is one method to make sure you have enough money saved for retirement. For instance, Tesla is a business that has demonstrated rapid growth and profitability in recent years. Investing in Tesla could potentially yield a sizable return on your capital, helping you finance your retirement lifestyle. Moreover, Tesla is dedicated to advancing sustainable energy solutions, so by doing so, you're also helping to create a cleaner and more sustainable environment, more sustainable future that benefits all parties equally. You would need to sell Tesla shares worth about $850,000 in order to raise the money necessary to invest in an SP 500 index fund if you wanted to withdraw $5,000 per month for retirement expenses and wanted to use the proceeds to invest in an investment with an average annual return rate of 7%. Let's calculate the number of tested shares you'll need to retire comfortably with an $850,000 budget, a 7% annual return, and a $3,200 monthly spending budget because the funds should last for up to 50 years. By 2030, based on the current trend of FSD price rises each year, it is anticipated that the cost of fully self-driving FSD for Tesla vehicles will be approximately $28. If FSD proves to be as successful as anticipated, it will be a substantial source of income for Tesla. Considering that the typical car delivered in 2030 will cost $50,000, assuming our conservative profit margin of 25, the net income from each vehicle sold will be roughly $12,500. By 2030, this may equate to 1.5 billion outstanding shares, although this is unlikely as Tesla may choose to reduce shares through buybacks or dividends. Profits per share price per earnings ratio, EPS, is calculated using the number of outstanding shares prior to the stock split, and it is maintained at a cautious 40. But by 2030, it's anticipated that Tesla's stock price will be above $50. Please be aware that this analysis mainly looks at the food and auto sales sectors because there isn't enough information available for other industries, such as Tesla Insurance, robot taxes, and Tesla bots. In other words, we have some data that we believe to be trustworthy, but it may not be precise. Let's discuss how much money you should have saved for a comfortable retirement. With a market valuation of nearly $20 trillion, Tesla's stock price could reach $450 if it sells 20 million cars by 2030. However, it is unlikely that they will sell that many. If they sell 30 million cars, which is more reasonable, the stock price would reach $13,000 per share. Currently, the stock price is very high due to the abundance of shares available, but we believe they will decline in the future. Nevertheless, if you invest wisely, you can still live comfortably in retirement. In the worst-case situation,
you'll only need 297 shares, which will cost you just over $59,400 and by 2030.
You'll only need $850,000 if you want to live on $5,000 per month for the next 50 years. In the base case, you would only need 230 shares, which would cost you approximately $47,400. If you commit to not spending money you don't need and invest wisely, you can retire comfortably with $59,400 invested now, which could grow to $800,000 in the next 8 years. You could then invest that amount into the S&P 500 and expect a return of 7% or more. If they sell 25 million automobiles, this investment may return more than 10 times its value in the following 8 years. If they sell 30 million, it might return 66 times its value. Investing $48,000 today could generate $85,000 by 2030. All of this is predicated on the idea that you reinvest your Tesla gains in an index fund linked to the S&P 500 index. According to recent polls, however, if you decide to save for retirement with a lump payment and never reinvest profits, with $1.7 million saved for retirement, you'll have a sizable nest egg that can generate a comfortable retirement income if you manage it well, assuming you have no significant debts or major expenses. The amount you'll need to feel comfortable in retirement depends on various factors, such as your lifestyle, spending habits, and financial goals, so it's crucial to determine your retirement needs and create a plan to achieve them. With a 4% annual withdrawal rate, a $1.7 million retirement portfolio can yield $68,000 in income per year. Of course, the amount you can remove each year will depend on your investment plan and the state of the market. When determining whether $68,000 per year will comfortably support your retirement, it's important to take your lifestyle and financial needs into account. If your living expenses are modest, you don't intend to travel much, and you don't have any serious health problems or dependents, $68,000 per year can be sufficient. However, if you have expensive hobbies or a busy schedule, you may need to save for retirement with a larger sum of money. Planning and saving for retirement is a long-term process that calls for careful consideration and strategy. In order to establish a retirement plan that meets your financial objectives and guarantees a pleasant retirement lifestyle, you should consult a financial counselor. Lastly, it's crucial to remember that our research is limited to the FSD in automobiles, such as Tesla Insurance RoboCab. Due to a lack of hard data, solar energy storage and Tesla are not included. Therefore, the only significant factors for our research are Tesla's FSD car sales. When it comes to investing in stocks, it's always a good idea to be cautious and consider both the best and worst case scenarios. By taking a more conservative approach and focusing on the bear case, you can avoid potential regrets down the road. For example, with just 300 shares of Tesla held onto for 8 to 10 years without selling, you could be set for retirement with a value of around $800,000. Despite some analysts claiming that Tesla is overpriced, the company's success and partnerships with other UV manufacturers like Rivian and Nyack suggest that it's a good idea. Tesla is dedicated to increasing the availability of green energy and funding R&D to increase affordability and efficiency. You can calculate how many shares of Tesla you'll need to maintain your standard of living after retirement by using our tool, which calculates how many shares are needed based on your annual expenses. If you have any further questions or need clarification, please don't hesitate to ask. Additionally, don't forget to like and share our content. The ultimate goal of these efforts is to accelerate the transition to sustainable energy and reduce global reliance on fossil fuels. Also, watch our channel for additional insights.